I walked into my apartment and found my best friend's shoes by the door, the ones I helped her pick out last month. They were right beside his. And from the bedroom, I heard laughing. For 3 years, I thought I was building the kind of life people envy. My boyfriend, Ethan, was charming, gentle, and ambitious. We met in college. He was the quiet type, always sketching in his notebook while the world buzzed around him. And my best friend, Ava, was the complete opposite, loud, spontaneous, magnetic. She could walk into a room and make it hers. The three of us were inseparable. Game nights, weekend trips, birthdays. We were the little trio everyone called the Unstoppable Three. But behind that perfect image, I was the glue. I was the one planning the trips, smoothing the fights, forgiving the small lies. I wanted to believe in people. Ethan had been struggling with his art career. I paid part of our rent to give him time to focus. Ava, meanwhile, had been crashing at my place for a few days after her breakup. A few days became weeks. I didn't mind. I thought helping people was what love looked like. I thought that was what friends did. I thought that was what partners did. But love, I would learn, doesn't always mean loyalty. I'd been saving for months, quietly setting aside money to open my own small design studio. It was the first thing in my life that was mine. Every spare dollar, every late-night freelancing project, every client email, all leading toward independence. Ethan knew about it. He'd even helped me brainstorm names. "You're going to kill it," he'd said, pressing a kiss to my forehead. Ava would tease me. "You're the mom friend, always working, always saving." She'd laugh, sipping wine on the couch while I sat in front of my laptop. It felt good, having them both around. Familiar, safe. Or so I thought. One evening, I came home early from work. I'd been planning to surprise Ethan with takeout, sushi, his favorite. The apartment was quiet, except for faint music from the bedroom. Then I saw the shoes. Her white heels, his sneakers. And the laughter. A sound I used to love, now it made my stomach twist. When I pushed the bedroom door open, the world shifted. It wasn't loud or dramatic, just still. They froze. Ethan sitting up, sheets tangled around him. Ava turning pale, her lipstick smudged. No one spoke. I remember setting the food bag on the nightstand. "Sushi," I said quietly. "You both liked the spicy tuna, right?" Ethan tried to speak first. "It's not what it looks like." I laughed, and it scared even me. "Oh, good. So I didn't just walk in on my boyfriend and my best friend in my bed." Ava pulled the blanket tighter around her. "It just happened, okay? We didn't mean." "Save it." I grabbed my keys and phone. "You both deserve each other." As I turned to leave, Ethan said something that burned itself into me. "You'll forgive me. You always do." He was so sure, so smug. And in that moment, I realized something. They both thought I was weak because I cared. That's when I decided. I wouldn't scream. I wouldn't cry. I'd let them destroy each other, slowly, without even realizing I'd started it. I didn't block them. I didn't react. I just went silent. Ethan tried calling. Ava texted long apologies, claiming it was a mistake. I didn't respond. I just observed. Within 2 weeks, they officially started dating, posting pictures, pretending it was something new. People whispered, of course. Some pitied me. I let them. Meanwhile, I focused on my studio. I poured every ounce of pain into my work. And I quietly reconnected with a few of Ethan's old contacts, art dealers, clients, even a gallery owner he'd burned bridges with. Ethan had been planning to launch his first art showcase, funded partly by me. He still used my designs, my contacts, my resources. I had the login credentials to most of his accounts. He'd asked me to help him manage them before. So I started cutting the strings, one by one. First, I withdrew my half of the funds from the joint account. Then I emailed the gallery, politely informing them I'd no longer be sponsoring or handling Ethan's materials. Without my confirmation, his showcase couldn't go live. Then came Ava. She'd started an influencer page, promoting Ethan's art as their shared passion project. I knew her pattern. She thrived on attention, on being the muse. So I gave her more than she could handle. I created a new account, anonymously leaking subtle, behind-the-scenes photos of Ethan flirting with other women at his old gigs. Nothing explicit, but enough to spark doubt. Ava had always been jealous, possessive, even. Within a week, her posts turned passive-aggressive. Within 2, she deleted their shared page. By the end of the month, they weren't speaking. And I hadn't said a word. The final confrontation wasn't planned. It just happened. I ran into Ethan at a small cafe downtown, the one where we used to work on our projects together. He looked exhausted. "You really disappeared," he said, half smiling. "I had things to build," I replied. He sighed. "Ava's been difficult." I stirred my coffee. "You thought she'd be easy because she doesn't care about anyone but herself. But you forgot she doesn't care about you either." He frowned. "You knew what you were doing, didn't you?" I looked him in the eye. "You destroyed yourself. I just stopped helping you do it." He didn't reply, just sat there, shoulders heavy, eyes hollow. Later that week, Ava showed up at my new studio, looking miserable, mascara streaked down her face. "He's been cheating on me," she cried. "With some girl from the gallery. You were right, he's toxic." I leaned against the doorframe. "You think I was right now? You slept with my boyfriend and want comfort from me?" Tears filled her eyes. "I'm sorry, okay?" I took a deep breath. "I don't hate you, Ava. I just don't trust you. You chose your lesson. Now live it." She left, broken, not from my words, but from realizing she'd lost the only person who ever cared about her genuinely. And Ethan? He faded into silence. His showcase failed. His social accounts went dark. For the first time, the noise in my life was gone. 6 months later, my studio was thriving. I'd moved into a new apartment, small, sunlit, and mine. Some mornings, I'd still think about them, not with pain, but with distance. Ava moved to another city, from what I heard. Ethan tried to reach out once, asking to meet, for closure. I deleted the message. Sometimes peace isn't forgiveness, it's indifference. I walk past the cafe where it all ended and smile faintly. It's strange, they thought they'd broken me. But all they really did was free me. I didn't win, I just stopped losing. And that was enough.